In this lesson we're going to look at some examples you might meet in the textbook or in examples in exams. So given f of x equals 5x, g of x equals x plus 7 and h of x is equal to g of f of x, this is your composite function. So we have to get a value for g of f of 3. So the first thing I do, I have to work out the inside. The first function is the value, is the function inside the brackets. So work out f of 3 first. So we think 3 in here. So that means you replace the x here with the 3. So that's going to be 15. So g of f of 3 is equal to g of 15. So then we go to our g function and say g of 15 is equal to 15 plus 7, 22. Part B, find a formula for h of x. So h of x is equal to g of f of x. So the f of x function is 5x. So that's really g of 5x. So as we were talking about in the last lesson, you don't need to replace the x with always with numbers. This time we have to replace it with a 5x. So we go back up to g of x and we say, right, we're going to do g of 5x. So we replace this with 5x. So it's going to be 5x plus 7. So we're replacing the x here with the 5x. And we get 5x plus 7. Okay, if f of x is equal to x squared plus 3 and g of x is equal to 1 over x, where x can't be 0 because you can't divide by 0, find a formula for h of x, which is f of g of x. First thing I do is I look up to see what g of x is, and that is 1 over x. So I put 1 over x inside the brackets. So f of 1 over x, f of 1 over x. So every time you see an x, you replace it with 1 over x. So that's going to be 1 over x squared plus 3. Square the brackets out, 1 times 1 on the top, x times x in the bottom, so 1 over x squared plus 3, and note we cannot divide by 0, so I've just wrote where x is not equal to 0. Part B, k of x is equal to g of f of x, the other way around this time, we're putting the f function inside g. So the first thing I do is I write down what the f function is, so I go up here and think, okay, that's x squared plus 3, so x squared plus 3. So we're putting that inside the g function, so I look up here and I think, okay, I'm putting x squared plus 3 here. I'm replacing that x with x squared plus 3. So I'm going to end up with 1 over x plus 3.